Welcome to Soltown, my custom Lego town where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. In my previous shorts video, which also happens to be my most hated video ever on this channel, I asked you guys for suggestions for what I should put in this segment back here of Soltown. And I guess that most people are just like the people in Soltown. They don't like democracy. What they crave is not freedom, it is order. But I do love democracy, and I love you, the viewer. I do, truly, madly, deeply love you, deeply. So that's why I'm going to listen to your suggestions, and that's why this video also is a bit late, because I've been thinking about how to honor and make your suggestions justice. Subscribe! As I mentioned in a previous video, I have this new set from Lego. Doesn't come with Mandalorian and Baby Grogu. It definitely has these two cars. I want to use this set for this space that I have over here. You'll have like a tunnel here and a tunnel there. I need to fill out the gap. So previously I just had these road plates here on a bike lid. That's the same size as this without those slope ramps on the sides. I don't want to have this bike lane here. So that's gonna go away, and I want to put all of these buildings a couple of steps further this way. So I have some more space here to work on the interior, because it isn't a lot of space there right now. And also be able to raise these buildings a couple of floors. Like if I start a facade right behind here, this is just a placeholder, but you know, that's totally possible. What I've done back here is that I've stabilized this whole area. I've built a frame that's going to hold everything together a bit better. Before I was trying to just have these columns and a column there, but it got too flimsy. And I'm going to try to do this with just one hand and filming at the same time. So the bike leg will go in here snugly, hopefully. All right, now that's in place. And then this longer brick here is for some extra stability there. Wobbles around a little bit, but that's fine. Alright, so this have been placed on some extra larger plates just to give that height that you need to compensate for the 2 plates high road plates that we have in place. And I like this little area that it created, and I moved this a bit forward, and I used that sign just like as a little welcoming sign on the ground there. The back side, I put in that little climb wall there and some snowboards, some extra bikes here, so it looks a bit more sporty. And I put those helmets over there and created a little bit more of a counter space. Moving over to the cafe, you have this nice couch here. I put some snot pieces behind there, and this is a bit offset by 2 jumpers so that you can actually sit a figure here. So cozy. Art on the wall, and here is the clerk working, and some nice macarons. And every time I eat macarons, I'm like, this color is nice. And now for the tricky part to get this in here. Well, it seems to work pretty well. All right, fits like a glove. So let's have a look at your suggestions here for my most hated video ever. 22 dislikes. Oh, but 115 likes, so that's good. And 4,374 views, that equals 11 cents. Grace Briley, her suggestion is a nice little cafe and a vet. Santic Dragon, how about a lipstick factory? Yeah, that would be cool. The sex shop actually sells lipstick vibrators. And Iqbal Rahim here, a poker house with snipers hideout on top. As for the other house, perhaps a flower shop. That is also a secret entry to the shady underworlds. Haha, that's pretty cool. Show more. And Lemon Jury here says Dr. Inferno's secret headquarters. I don't know what a Dr. Inferno is. A music producer's studio, that's pretty cool. This is the best one. A Christmas themed living room. A sports hall, a Twitch streamer's studio. I don't think we have the room for a sports hall. I do have like a small tiny building somewhere with a bowling alley. And Carter Williams here, It could be like a concealed military outpost with barracks and a sniper looking out a window. And Lord of Dragons. That might be the Lord of Santic Dragon here. I don't know. Maybe you're related. Same last name. The town building. A trading card game store with various 1x2 tiles. A shop to buy pants only. A place run only by Fableland and Friends figures. Yeah, that's messed up. A hidden alien base. A hidden alien base, I like that one. The other ones I feel needs more space or needs to be like on the ground floor, especially shops. Mrs. T. Gladman, you could build a radio station. Yeah, you notice that I gave you people some hearts. Yeah, I should give you a heart as well. And White Rabbit. Oh yeah. Casey Neistat. Crazy Cat apartment, I mean. Crazy Cat, yes. With an old lady that sits in her chair and watch all the cats. The other building could have maybe a tattoo artist on one floor and perhaps her apartment above or something. Are tattoos illegal in Soltown? My dear Brick Slot says dog beauty salon, massage parlor, Freudian psychologist office, or put an antenna on top and have a radio station. So some talk about radio stations. I'm actually going to build a dog beauty salon or maybe like a dog care center sometime in the future. Time to show you some results. We have these satellite discs up here, and here's the inside. So down here we have the tattoo parlor. Thank you for that suggestion. A bit cramped in there, but she sits there with her, well, it's some sort of a needle, and you have this little box here where they can sanitize needles. Some art on the wall, cool rock and roll guitar, a sink to clean your stuff. And here are some toxic colors. But what is she tattooing in here? Well, she is tattooing in more hair on her chest. So that's gonna be awesome. Moving up a floor, we have, well, it's kind of like a radio show. It's a podcast show, a bit inspired by the Howard Stern show. So that's the female Howard Stern, I guess. Well, her guest isn't really saying a lot. She's not that talkative. Of course, they have the very important coffee there and a coffee maker. Internet is of course illegal in Soltown, so this is where they load the show onto iPods that you then can borrow and listen to the show, so that's pretty cool. And don't you worry, of course this has to be approved by the propaganda center and their censor. And in the attic, there is an addict chasing the dragon. Well, it's over here. Seems to be a fire going on as well, but well, she's happy nevertheless. And now let's try to put this in its place over here. Whoa, look at this. Whoa. Let's see, on Instagram we also have a comment. Dentist, like the one in the Little Shop of Horrors and the flowers shop. Yeah, so maybe I should have like a dentist on top of my flower shop whenever I make that build. So let's save that idea for later. And about the radio station suggestion, I do have this fake news TV station, but I want to expand it to also include a radio station. Maybe that could be on the side or something, like a tower. And I actually even bought an extra sticker sheet to make some signs and stuff in there. So that's gonna happen, but not in this video. Time to put in the tunnel entrance, and it looks like this. And you have a sticker here with a wanted poster. I think it's from a Spider-Man set. And what I've done is that I have some tiles behind here that have studs on them, so they're a bit modified. And that will attach to the wall, but at the same time be easier to remove. I'm happy with that result. I filled the wall in here as well. Looks awesome. In some different spots in my town layout, I have the remnants of the yellow castle old city wall. So I want to have that here as well with this little build here. And this is mostly as a placeholder right now. And here we have the sniper. She's called, you guessed it, Ulla-Britta. And she's gonna be in here. So that comes off, and I tiled that off a bit. And there she is positioned. But maybe she doesn't have to have the goggles on. Let's close that in. The second building has this pretty high chimney and a piece of the stone wall, and that's just to help that being slot in place much easier and to cover up the side as well. So let's have a look what I built in here. Well, it's a Christmas themed living room with that lady there. And let's remove this and you can see that we also have a little stove back here. And well, Santa Claus, that's where he's been hiding out the last years. Bit dead, but you know, looks pretty nice. And she has this nice dress here. And she's of course called Ulla-Britta. Moving down, we have the crazy cat lady with all her cats. She even has a large cat head on the wall and some Unikitty cats here on the other wall. But I mean, who's really crazy in a mad world? I don't know if you can see it, but the chair even has some cat ears back behind her. And now that's in its spot, and I think this turned out rather actually. Gave this whole town and some extra depth. And the whole idea with this little segment here is that I can have different cars on display. So it's a bit of a display shelf area. It looks cozy. I like this. Thank you for all your great suggestions. I will keep those ideas that I didn't build in this video for future projects. So please let me know if you have any more ideas. With that said, stay out of the nonsense, stay awesome, and please subscribe.